Hello, this is Ken and I hope that you're always safe and healthy. So sa particular video na to, I will be inspiring you again. Hopefully, ma-inspire kita and this is my big message to you. Always learn something new. Always learn something new. Repeat after me. Always learn something new. Okay? So, dito I will be reading an excerpt of my book, Confessions of an Ex-Seminarian. So this is my book that I've written after I went out of the seminary. At sa libro na to, nandito yung mga reflections ko na natutunan ko habang nasa loob ako ng seminaryo. So isa doon sa mga sinulat ko na chapters na sabi ko doon, always learn something new. So dapat meron tayo ng thinking na bukas tayong matuto ng mga bagay na bago para sa atin. So this is what I wrote. Responsibilities are not new to me. I used to be a student leader and there were lots of tasks on my plate. It's not just about managing the matters at hand, but most importantly, being responsible for the people that you lead. It is also being accountable if something or someone fails. The seminary formation was a roller coaster ride. Totoo yan, it's really a roller coaster ride because of the various responsibilities that were assigned to me. When I was in first year, that was 2015, I handled the sports, recreation, technicals, and laborandum. So ano ba yung laborandum? It's a Latin word originating from the word laboro, which means I work or labor. A year after that, I became the music coordinator of the community. So yung sports noon, my primary function nung first year ako, tapos nung second year ako, it's the music naman yung hinawakan ko na coordinatorship. As the coordinator of these groups, I was stretched to the limit because of the demands of the role. I admit there were times when I wanted to quit. Okay, not exactly to quit, but just to settle for less. Call that mediocrity. Hindi naman talaga para mag-quit pero gawin na lang yung bagay na bare minimum o sige, pwede na gawin ko na lang. May magawa lang ako o magawa ko lang yung bagay kahit hindi naman of good quality yung magawa ko. So naisip ko rin yun minsan na nasa loob ako ng seminaryo. There were days when my laziness kicked in and I'd be unproductive and ineffective with my tasks. So I often ask myself, is feeling lazy normal? Normal lang ba na tama rin? And I always answered yes to my own question. One thing was clear to me, feeling lazy is a normal thing, but being lazy is a different story. I'm aware that if I don't slay my laziness, then it is I who will suffer. Gautama Buddha once said, everything is based on mind, is led by mind, is fashioned by mind. If you speak and act with a polluted mind, suffering will follow you. As the wheels of the ox cart follow the footsteps of the ox, everything is based on mind, is led by mind, and is fashioned by mind. He also added that if we speak and act with a pure mind, happiness will follow us, like a shadow clings to a form. I never met a successful person who reached the top of their game by being lazy and doing nothing. Sa pool na naman ako dito. There are wise players. They know how to play the game efficiently. With all the responsibilities given to me, I learned this one great thing. A new task means new learning, and this new learning will improve my skills. You might ask, Ken, is there a connection between being responsible to learn new things and improving one's skills? Yes, there is, and I experienced it myself. During my first year in the seminary, I needed to juggle my roles as the coordinator of sports, recreation, technicals, and laborandum all at the same time. One of my job descriptions was to assign groups to clean different areas in the seminary. Since I also handled sports, I scheduled in-house friendly games with other seminaries, managed different sports and gym equipment and facilities, from the big gymnasium down to the smallest table tennis balls, and had our own sports fest. Sports was not my cup of tea, but it became a new training ground for me. One of the most challenging tasks was handling the technical needs of our community. Primarily, it was the sound system. It was a new area for me. I was not adept at technical stuff. I'd rather play the piano than plug the piano into different speakers with a microphone attached to it. Wires and cables are not my thing, but because I was the one responsible, I chose to learn. I asked support from my other brothers who already handled it before. And so along the way, I learned to master this craft and manage it for a whole year. My social skills also improved when I allowed myself to ask for help. I learned to love my work. I became friends with the speakers, microphones, cables, electrical wires, and even the extension wires. Every time we had an event, I stuck it out in the technical booth. How I wish I can also experience being a DJ. A year later, I was appointed as the music coordinator, which allowed me to study and play different liturgical songs on the piano. I never had a chance to play music at Mass, so I honed my skills and invested my time to practice by myself or rehearse with the assigned psalmist or prayer leader. Looking back, I am happy that all these responsibilities were assigned to me. May blessing din naman pala. Without them, I would have been contented and remained mediocre. We should always desire to learn useful things. We should always desire to learn something useful. This book will not exist. This book, that the Confession of an Ex-Seminarian, will not exist if I didn't allow myself to learn how to write. Yes, I'm not really a writer originally, no. So my friend, today is a great day to learn new things. Instead of staying unproductive, look for ways to learn a new skill. Bo Sanchez said in his Entrep Circle report, because of the internet, all the libraries of the world are now in your bedroom, and you can access them by just one press of a button. Yet people remain immobilized, stuck, frozen. Harness the power of the internet and start browsing the things you want to learn about. So this is just one of the chapters that I've written in my book Confessions of an Ex-Seminarian, 101 Lessons I Learned Inside the Seminary. So this book, as I've said, I wrote this a year after I went out of the seminary formation. And I am blessed because this book became a finalist of the last year's Cardinal Sin Catholic Book Awards. So yun. So if you want to have a copy of this book, I have 101 lessons here that I've learned in the seminary. Perfect gift to someone na sa tingin mo na gusto pumasok halimbawa ng seminaryo, o sa mga tao na gusto magbasa talaga, o ikaw na gusto lang na maghanap ng inspiration. So this book is still available sa website ko. Just click the link dito sa description na to, and I will be lovingly sign your book copy at ipapadala ko to sa iyo by means of a courier. Thank you very much, and I hope that you're always healthy and safe. Again, Confessions of an Ex-Seminarian. Hi, so thank you very much for watching this video, and don't forget to like and share this so we can inspire and bless more people. So like my page on Facebook, it's Kein Chito, and my YouTube as well, it's the same, Kein Chito. So always be healthy and safe, and I see you sa next video.